All right. Thank you. My name is Oyebanji, Akins, and we're live on CTD Among Blacks. And on this episode, I'm not doing it alone. Before I run my mouth a little bit, I'm gonna let you know I have my main man that you're gonna be singing a lot, like I already been telling you for a couple of episode back. And no other person, his name is Big V.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. How far now? What's this so?
Okay, then, I like your own style of 1 2 1 2 1 2. We did.
So we did here. What's this so?
No, my brother. We thank God we're live. We're live on CTD again once again, and we're about to do another episode that a lot of people might not agree with it. Yeah. And the goal is not for you to agree, and we're not trying to make you agree, but think about it.
Absolutely.
And whatever you think about what we're talking about, if it fits a word with something to share with friends and family, relatives, maybe you're a manager, maybe you work in any music industry, movie industry. This is something you have to listen to watch. And there's no other topic we're talking about is passion for fame or work of art in Nigerian entertainment industry. And it's a broad question, and we're not going to touch everything because fame on its own is big. Passion on its own is big, and work of art on its own is big. Nigeria is a big one on itself, and talking about entertainment industry, it's a big one. But we're going to be focusing more about the passion. And I have Victor, we're going to be rubbing minds about some things. And the first question I'm going to be asking Victor, you can ask me a question like really straight back and forth to ourselves. The question is, why do you think I'm going to be focusing on the music industry right now.
Okay.
And I think I have a lot of people that I know, musicians that are, out there that we see. And what do you think always affects most musicians when they get to the top of the game? And most of the time they become one hit wonder. Do you think it's about the passion they have to get to that level, or is the fame, or what exactly do you think always happens?
I really, I would say without, not even in our generation, I just think it's something that's been happening for so long and all this, But we tend to realize that when, like, you're growing up, you aspire to do something, or like you like music or whatever. So you think you have the passion for it because you're looking at your top celebrities at that time doing great things, driving the best cars, got the girls that you've always been dreaming about, or living in the massive, mansions and shit, and then you feel like, I think I could sing. I got the voice. I could do that. And then you tend to do that, and then you get to another level, not knowing that you were just more, you think you got the passion, but your passion is not for the art itself, right? Your passion was to get what those artists were getting. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So you're thinking, because I could sing. I like going to the studio. I like making sounds. I like not knowing that at the back of your head, like as you get older and you get to that level where those artists were, that you actually inspired to actually get to. Now you're there at the top of your game, and you got everything. You got the house, you got the cars, you got the girls, everything on deck, on your beck and call. Like you got everything, and then you just fall. Because I feel like you never had the passion of what the art is, but you had a passion to be rich. You had the passion to inspire to get to that level. But the art itself that got you there, you don't fuck with it like that. You don't love it like that. So what do you think about that? Like, what's your take? There's so much I could still.
Man, you just we discussed it before we came on.
Yeah.
And there's a conversation I have with you.
Right.
But while you're talking, I have another different view about it. I'm like, damn.
I know.
I'm about to put some names out there, not to disrespect those names.
Absolutely.
Because they are living legends.
And this is my opinion. Let me just throw it out there for our viewers and everything. Hey, by the way, keep subscribing.
Yeah, please.
All right.
And I think, like he said, and I think we already put our disclaimer out, like, this is just our opinion.
Right.
This is not to say anything, but you could think about it in your own way and, add your own to it. And, basically from what you're saying, I have these two names I'm going to mention.
Go ahead, shoot it.
And, from the oldest, which is King Sunny Ade.
Okay.
King Sunny Ade is still a man that I know right now till date is still going to dance like he's been doing for a very long time.
Right.
When he's on a live show, King Sunny Ade still dance.
Right.
And while you're saying it dawned on me to say.
Just remind me. this King Sunny Ade you're talking about,
Yeah.
there was just something that actually came out on IG
All right.
with Arya Star.
Oh yeah,
we're going to talk about that.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
We're going to talk about
yeah,
that.
we're going to talk about
I just
that.
want you to
Yeah. I'm glad you even bring that up, but
Right.
you know,
respect kind of
yes,
like, oh, okay,
yes.
But
and,
go back.
And
go back.
I'm glad you said
Right,
that.
we're going to talk about
and
that
what
now.
I'm trying to say, compose with the work of art,
Okay.
the passion,
All right.
and the fame. And from that Arya Star issue, you see the work of art in King Sunny Ade.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
The composure is still there, like, it doesn't feel like I'm big. Because if we look by the cultural way, King Sunny Ade might have corrected that right there.
Okay.
Some celebrity will do that to you.
Exact. Okay.
They'll tell like
we're
you're
gonna
wrong.
but we're going to talk about that
that's
because
what
I
I'm
have
saying,
a
like,
different view. And
That, I'm glad, but I'm using this on the passion of right now.
Okay.
It's just for we're talking about having passion for the fame, or for the work of art.
Okay.
So having the passion for the work of art in Nigerian music industry, I'm using King Sunny Ade as a prime example of that is a work of art.
Okay.
You understand? That's in their own era. That's a work of art.
Okay.
In this era of Y2K era, like I mean, like in their own time.
Yeah. Right.
Now in our own time with the
say Burna
Gen
Boy
Z,
back then.
that's what I'm about to use.
Right.
So Burna Boy is somebody I could say right now is doing it for the work of art.
Right.
Now the reason why I would use the word is doing it for the work of art is this. There's no fact to this.
Right.
But 4-6 months ago, everybody was talking about saying, we had this deal Burna Boy has with American, whatever like that. He's taking a low percentage of the money, but he doesn't mind. He want the name to go. Like now, like I said, nobody have the fact, but for Nigerians to put it in discussion every time, there's a little bit of truth in it. So that means that's a perspective they're looking at Burna Boy. So if you could look at Burna Boy like that, that means he's a work of art.
Right.
If somebody can say, oh, you're going to make $2 million on me, but pay me $500,000, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Or you know what, pay me 300,000, but my goal is to make sure they could know this name where the next person could like fuck with it.
Okay.
But Fela was able to do it. Respect to him. And that's why I said when I talk about the living legend, King Sunny Ade is alive.
Okay, why don't you,
Burna Boy is
for our
alive.
audience now, why don't you give, do you have I'm asking this question, do you have like an example of an artist that, because
That failed?
That failed.
Oh, yeah,
got
yeah.
to that point.
Thank you. So man don't talk too much.
Right,
Let me go in Nigeria.
Got to that point.
Yeah.
And in this generation that a lot of people could relate to. Yeah, King Sunny Ade, those ones back in the days.
I talk about the good ones.
The good ones.
No, those are the good ones.
Those are good
So
ones. Do you have any other good ones?
Yes, most definitely.
Okay.
I'm about to talk about the good one that I feel like in my own view because of following their career and everything like that. I would say Nice.
Okay.
Now, Nice was able to get Nigerian music industry to the level where you have to listen to Nice. Even till date. Gongoa's album is a song you have to listen to.
Okay.
But when the fame gets to that level, I don't know what happened. I can't really put hand to it. He has an issue about his marriage and everything like that. I'm not saying maybe that might be the part.
Okay.
But for me, from the momentum it was giving the audience, the fans, he lost it.
Okay.
And there was a time with the news where they said, Nice voice cracked. When it was voice changed from the voice we listen to. So, but Nice is the one person I would say, till today they still respect Nice, but there's a level of how they respect him. Nice cannot sell. I'm saying in America, I can't say Nigeria. I don't think Nice can sell 2,000 or 5,000 space.
I'll give you one example. I'll throw some names to you, and then you tell me what you think. What do you think about this guy, Little Cash?
Oh, Little Cash failed, man. Little Cash failed. And really why Little Cash failed is, I think all those boys think they can do what Olamide was doing.
Okay.
So that kind of messed them up. And I'll go into it a little bit.
Passion.
Work of art and passion is two different things.
Absolutely. Okay.
So a lot of them think with fame I could do it.
Okay.
When you now stand alone, you realize that the fame comes with a work of art somebody have built for you to jump on. Okay. I don't care the talent you have. Somebody built that level for you to want to jump on it.
So talent is not always good enough.
Talent is, in 2024, talent is the most smallest fragment you have to have.
Okay.
It's consistency.
Okay.
A foolish person can do something back to back and it'll become, don't let me use the word foolish.
Okay, yeah, right.
But look at it. Look at when Olamide came out. Olamide was giving us back to back. Like the back to back was not about back, Futures, his own track, Futures, his own track. It was back to back till when he felt. And I'll use Olamide like this. Olamide realized, okay, for the momentum of being an artist, he knew there was a gap. He couldn't catch it up. Let me give room for the people behind me. So every time I drop, it's going to still go hit. Do you know how many people Olamide have helped? Olamide is a symbol of the work of hard. I understand, okay, as an artist, I might not really be up anymore. Let me give these boys the room. So every time I'm coming out, I'm helping them to come out.
Is that work of art, or are you trying to like?
No.
Is that wait? Let me finish. Is that
in my own definition?
Right, in your own definition, is that work of art, or are you trying to extend your legacy.
No.
Because it's business at the end of the day for
It's still
entertainment.
part of work of art, though. Let's be realistic. If your legacy become when somebody could use it to the next thing, that's what Burna Boy was forcing by saying
when you say
Afrofusion. It's a way of trying to find his own niche.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I want
a lot of people don't like that.
Yeah,
but hey, you still stand by
what
that.
people don't understand is what it's doing is the next 20 years before it will make sense to people.
Right.
Because some people will follow Burna Boy's style. Leave it or take it.
Right.
They will start telling themselves like, I'm the next, I come out from Afrofusion. We all use Baba Fela because Baba Fela was able to build Afrobeat. So he knew what he's doing that a lot of us might not understand right now. So that's why I said it's a definition of work of art, not the fame. So that's why it's easy for Burna Boy to do anyhow. In terms of, he will tell like, when somebody put a song and I say fuck them in their song. You know, it takes a level of confidence you have in your work of art. It is no more fame now. Right. Some famous artists will never do it.
Right.
They don't have the courage. They don't have the courage to say.
They don't have the guts to. Right.
Wizkid was able to tell BET like, I'm not coming to your awards if you can't put us in front. He knows like I'm the work of art in this part. To help whatever you guys got going, I'm cool.
Okay.
Now we're branching in different ways. Going back to what you're saying, to me, Little Case is passion. It's not work of art. He thought it was a work of art, but that's the shake them.
That's right.
So for that name, it's just a passion for fame. And fame is easy, man. It gets in your head. You start feeling complacent. Maybe you enter studio 10 times. So party say, let's go to club 10 times. Okay. So now your time in studio is more like 2 minutes instead of you use 3 hours. Now, the set of people you're with, when you make that music, do you still stick with them in terms of inspiration? Because everybody gets inspiration in different places. Yours is in a club. Yours is with your paddy that you don't even know until when you leave them, you realize that they are the source of that vibe that you're using to sing your song. When Remini said, I watched one interview, Remini said, me and Olamide and Co will lock ourselves in a room for 2 weeks when we want to make our album. Everybody's working in their different track and we share with ourselves. That's people really, really invest in the work of art. Reminisce doesn't want now the work of art. I'm saying there's some level of fame some people get, they maintain it. Reminisce gets to his level, he's maintaining it, and they will call him bros for life. He might not be able to get to the top, but I'm telling you, if he gets to the top in America, he will maintain it because he maintains his level. Reminisce is still relevant, irrespective of whatever you want to say. I don't care, maybe anybody says BS. Reminisce maintained the level was able to be ever since. Them names like Idris Abdul Karim, they couldn't maintain it. The fame get into their head, they start demanding. Blackface start demanding. Go back to the studio, sing. Don't worry about what people say. But when you become talking, you're allowing your fame, not the work of art anymore. I know you through your music. Why are you coming out to explain to me in your conversation? Go out and make music. And that's why people like Two-Face are still relevant, because their songs is their experience. If you listen to Two-Face sings about the experience and he'll go to the studio. You not go allow you to do interview too much now. But listen to Two-Face from A to the top. And that's why Two-Face is still relevant. Two-Face is relevant watch where Two-Face has been is there too. The Jensen New Cats musicians are the one that fall quickly when you see them. 1 year into the limelight, the next year you don't hear their name.
You say, can you just say that, because you don't think they have that passion for the art itself, but just because they're just chasing that fame and that's it. And then when the fame catches up with them, they're like, you know what? Why am I even going back to the studio at 2 a.m. again?
And you know what? I'm not in the award. Sorry to stop you. I'm not in the award in their head, but with a little life that I've carried me around different things when it comes to, fame. I have different way people define it. When I'm the one determining my family house, I'm famous in my family house. When I'm the one calling the card in my street, I'm famous in my street. When I'm the one calling the card in my state, I'm famous in my state. It goes like that. So, being able to travel a couple of places around the world and being around famous people in my own level of things it is, I started realizing a lot of people allow the fame to get into their head and start making demands. Notice one thing about some set of people.
When you say demands, what do you mean? Like making demands? Are you saying
demand is when you are famous.
Okay.
And they start telling people, treat me like this. Without, there's something like you talk and you don't talk. When you start making demands, you're allowing your fame to do the justice for you. So, Wizkid will never talk, but people predict what he's saying by not even talking.
No. Okay. I tend to disagree a little bit on that. And this is right? Yeah. When you say, if I'm an artist and I know God has given me that talent, right?
I'm about to give you a short answer for that.
Right. God has given me that talent. And I know what my self-worth is. I know what it takes for me, myself, to get to that level. I'll have every right to demand what I want.
Do you know any artist that have ever done it?
Yes.
Tell me the name.
Number one, Burna Boy.
That's the only person. Tell me another person. So
No,
that's,
wait, I'll tell
that's
you.
the person I want to give you.
Right. So
You know why I said it's only Burna Boy that I said I've done it? Because there was a time Nigeria hates him for his attitude.
let me finish now. I'm getting
So,
there.
oh,
Right,
yeah, nah.
I'm getting there. Because he was not. Every artist that demand, right? Every
What?
artist that demand, they tend to like show them, oh, this guy no get respect, Jerry. This are just the body, kilo share, like you know too much. Joke will be back. You understand? So every artist that Kiss Daniels one, for my opinion, Kiss Daniel has arrogance when he works. I like that. A lot of artists don't fuck with that. They don't like that. His colleagues probably doesn't like it. But because
you are a fanatic, if I'm saying the right English,
Right.
for Burna Boy. We don't
Right.
know what in the next 3 years have for Kiss Daniel. Nobody thought
Right.
Burna Boy would be here, but Burna Boy.
I
kept
did.
that-
I did.
because you really follow his life.
Right.
But I'm
there's a lot of
no. Me, I'm not gonna
Right.
lie. I never saw it.
Okay.
That's my truth.
Right,
I didn't.
'cause- right.
I never saw it because there was one. There was a time when Burna Boy said there was a DJ who was trying to play and the DJ was messing up with the thing and he said, "Just don't do nothing." And he was telling people to clap and he sings. That time was when I lost it. But that was when I realized that he was passionate about the work of art. It wasn't about the fame. So what he was doing right there was correcting them. I'm like, you're not about to fuck me up.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Going back to your demanding. So this, I feel like if you know your self-worth, I don't care the company you're around. I don't care
But this
where
is the
you.
thing.
Now
The fame
there's
was for Burna Boy wasn't that much then. That's what I'm saying.
No, it wasn't.
So
It
if
wasn't
Burna
that
Boy
much,
do it
though.
now, nobody will query him. That's what I'm saying.
They still query him.
They query him because and everybody don't have to understand. I'm not
That's
making
what
about
I'm
Burna Boy.
saying.
They don't have to understand.
Right,
him,
they don't
though.
have to
You
get-
understand.
but it's-
But I remember I use him as the only evidence of work of art. I said King Sunny Ade, the living legend,
Right.
and Burna Boy.
Okay.
So I already put Burna Boy in that particular. So whatever Burna Boy does, is doing it for the work of art,
Okay.
not for the fame.
Okay.
So when you tell me to explain people that are using fame, I said I'm not using nice as
Do
a
you have
fame.
Do you have anybody else that is doing it for the work of art currently right now and it's still top of their game?
So I might not use them because he hasn't get to the level where we can talk about them. Burna Boy has got to the level. That's why we use Burna Boy.
There's a lot of Davido. There's Wizkid.
So-
I'm just throwing this name.
So
I want you to think about it now.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you bring those names
Right,
up.
right.
So,
So-
when you pick those names, right, in their own different word, I could tell you now for Wizkid and for Davido. I will use Davido. Davido have been able to prove a work of art by saying a rich kid that people think can't do it. Davido is really working. Because
So
even
would you
Akins said it.
Would you say? Is my question.
Yes.
Would you say
Yes.
he has the
He's
passion
doing it
for
for
the work of art?
He's doing it for the work of art.
Okay.
Coming from a rich kid.
Okay.
How many rich kids have been able to? No disrespect. Neto C try. Neto C
So
drop.
you're not saying he's not doing it for the just to get the fame.
He already
You
get-
could still be all right.
All right.
When you say how many rich kid, you could still have a rich kid that is doing this shit for they have the passion to just want to be famous. They got the money, but they're not famous.
So let me tell you one thing
You
that
know
I
what
find
I'm
about
saying?
life. Do you know one thing that I find
They
about
got
life?
the money, but they're not famous.
This is real shit about life.
Right.
When you're doing it for the passion of the art, I'm telling you, my brother, they will find you.
Of course.
It might not be your time yet. There's some names.
Right.
That's why I said there's a lot of names we might not talk about them. They haven't get to the level because I always say in 2024 now it's all about evidence.
Okay.
People don't want to fuck with you if you don't have enough evidence. Not that they don't see you, they haven't felt like you got to that level where we got to talk about you a lot. That you won't have to pay for PR. We just want to use your own fame
and
for our own business.
Right.
So Burna Boy, Wizkid, Davido, Olamide, those
Ashake.
people, Ashake,
Right.
Don Jazzy, D'banj, Wandeko, Reminisce, Tiwa Savage, Rema. Oh, Rema is big. Rema is gonna blow everybody up. That one is those boys. I won't rate them now with them because those boys will go beyond.
Oh,
all
no,
this.
no,
They're,
no. They
they're about
already
to
did.
triple the thing.
They
So
already
because
did. Okay,
so putting them now is like I'm trying to disrespect those people that have really really paved the way for them. That's what I mean.
Okay.
Rema would definitely in the next 2-3 years. I don't know. Rema will be that name too. But Rema is added. I'm talking about the name people look up to.
Okay.
A lot of people might not want to look up to Rema in their own word, but they might be look up to him in their core of their room. But they would never come out to say and say like, man, that boy really motivate me. So I don't want to put that name. But the ones that I couldn't really maintain it, Blackface, Abdul Karim,
I feel like you're still going. There's
Shantizo.
There's a lot of them that actually 5-6 years ago that just went high.
What's
and
this
then
guy?
went low.
Lorile, Odi Gombe, Exproject. Lot of Ajasa.
No, but those guys just one hit wonders, man.
No, that's
I don't qualify. I don't qualify
so
some artists that are one hit wonders.
Bro,
you have one album.
Wait. One hit wonder is only when you can't do it again. And what do you always make happen? It's the fame, bro.
This is what I'm saying.
I want only call them
the
one
names
hit
you
wonder.
calling.
Don't say one hit wonder. They've worked. They put on the wall before they got popular.
Yes, but they one
Who
hit
knows
wonder,
Asake? Asake will have been a one hit wonder too. That will have been a category. But Asake puts in the work.
It's not just the work, bro. The work is there, but I want you the talent.
So
you understand?
Okay, let's go about talents. I'm about to ask you a question. And just say yes or no. Charlie Poppy, is he talented musician to you? Yes or no?
That's a tough.
It took you a second.
Yeah, but it's no to me. I'm gonna just no.
So you say very easy, right?
No.
Would you? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right, good. Kiss Daniel, yes or no?
Yes.
I'm about to put something a little bit like, what the hell are you doing? Okay, Arya Star, yes or no?
Yes.
What is this girl that was signed on that Olamide that was running her mouth all around? Something happened. I've forgotten this girl name. There's this girl Olamide first signed, the first lady, that she was going after Olamide on social media saying they didn't allow her to drop music, whatever. I can't remember the name. Oh, you know what is this DJ? Yes or no?
Oh, no.
So all those people, would you tell me they ever thought they wouldn't be in the limelight again? Would you call them all one hit wonder? Corey Debelo, what would yes or no?
I said he's talented.
Okay, but then you don't put him in yes or no. Like you don't feel like he's one hit wonder.
I'll say wow, that's a good one. I'll say yes. He's a
Ricardo Banks.
Talented.
But what is happening? Do you think Ricardo Banks is right now?
He's now where I think he's supposed to be, but I could give you the reasons. I could give you the reasons why.
Don't let us go into the reason. Though.
Okay.
It's part of everything.
Right.
I will use one person as an example. I always say this to everybody. Adekunle Gold has been able to switch from what we all thought is not possible. That's a work of art. He changes his look. He changes his style. When he left Olamide and he's standing so well that you won't even remember that he went to Olamide. That's somebody that knows the work of art. Yeah. That when he switched, he jumped into it. Tell me how many artists in Nigeria that have left their record label, they are doing fine.
I think fine. What's your definition of fine? Ricardo left. Ricardo's
doing
okay.
When we still talk about you like Adekunle Gold. Give me a name in Nigerian music industry that you think when you left your record label we can talk about you like Adekunle Gold.
I want you to understand something in music.
Wait. There's
a reason. There's a reason why some of these artists, right,
that they fail.
You're right. Let me.
What do you define the work of art? Before you go into that, what do you define the work of art? When you want to say the work of art, it's like it's just the music. You're the passion behind it, or the aggressiveness, or the time they put into the work, or what? What do you think it is?
I think it's a combination of it's an element of everything you just said and more.
Good, and this is a lot of all these artists that couldn't get to that level anymore is because they felt their fame would do it when they leave their record label. Do you know there's a lot of work, a lot of record label put to every artist that they don't know? They just think it's the fame. So once you step out of that working of that record label, you're about to realize that there's a lot they are doing. You think your fame will open the door.
And I also think there's another thing you're not missing. I mean, a kind of insiders, whatever, right? When an artist leave a record label, right? And the artist is at that time, they kind of like at the top or getting close to it. And they leave that record label, right? And then you see everything just goes down. Do you know most times those record labels, they already call one or two people we're supposed to still carry that. We're supposed to help that guy or that girl go further. They don't block everything. They don't cast them with words, with so many things. Like, guy, if you work with that guy, they give you all this money. If you work with that guy, don't finish for you. You know, I don't say, the guy go call and say, "Baba, fun. I don't leave this guy." I say, "But no vex, I beg," because he's still getting paid. He's more of his income or whatever he's getting.
Vic, I'm about to ask you a question.
Right, it's still coming from that.
Let me ask you a question.
So you gotta understand. Sometimes it's not just straight shots. Sometimes.
So let me ask you a question. Remember, we're talking about a work of art.
Right.
It goes bigger than just the music, and we're comparing with fame.
Okay.
And what we're saying is a lot of. You remember I used Burna Boy. Yeah. The passion is what I'm talking about. The passion gets you to the work of art where you're known. We're talking about known ones that really make it. So the passion got you to that level. So your passion is about I want to be famous. Once you're famous, what's next?
There's nothing.
That's what happened to what I'm saying.
Right.
So basically on what you're saying, I can only mention 2 names in Nigeria that I feel like they've done it. Now, I might not know the full story of one,
Right.
but we can still talk about the other story.
Okay.
The first one is, what's his name? Adekunle Gold.
Okay.
He stepped out. The work of art proved itself. He was able to build his own team. Don't forget that any record label you live in, you're about to be in competition with them.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care what you think they block you. It is their bread. Right. They work for it. Work your own way. Now wait, when your work of art show, no, this is just me.
I know, and I'm giving you my own opinion. You're right.
I'm
in
not
a good country that functions very well. You're right. Let me finish. In a country that functions very well, what you just said is check mark. In my opinion. Okay. But in a country like Nigeria, like Africa and all that places, everything has to go to that baba. No, that call.
Now wait.
So even though everything will still have to go through that guy, you understand? For you to blow, you guys get corner where you go use. So remember this Adekunle Go.
I will give you the second one.
I'm coming back. This Adekunle Go way they still talk about. Trust me. It was lucky that Olamide is not gonna go to this back end. Not everybody. You get what I'm saying? Olamide is not one of those guys. Imagine if Olamide was one of those guys that will go to the back and say, "Baba, if you let this boy, let me finish." But I'm letting you understand that.
You're changing the narrative for what I want to tell you. Because I agree.
Right.
But I'm still going by this.
Our country where we come from, I'm just letting you know.
I think our country is the best country that allow a lot of musicians to become $1 million, whatever I want to call it, within overnight. If you're in America, they won't live that life they're living in Nigeria.
Well, nah, social media, bro.
No. Social media, not social media, they're living fine. Let's just be realistic. Okay. They're doing better than a lot of American artists. Let's just be realistic. Now, the futuristic of their fame might be different. The money they will get. American people might not be famous, but they're still getting their money. Nigerian people might not be famous, they might not get their money. That's the part we miss in Nigeria when it comes to our structuring. But when it comes to the disadvantages of how our celebrities are enjoying Nigeria, there's a lot of loopholes they get away with that in America you won't get away with.
Right.
When it comes
and
to
it goes
tax,
vice versa too.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. Like we are enjoying more than people that are here. We might not know. And that's why it's easy for them to come here to do a show, go back home and be big. But where I'm going with my narrative is this. If I'm working with Olamide, Olamide have 10 artists, right? We already have a deal. I always tell people around me like this now. There's something we call, you must be careful of who you're working with, conflict of interest. Olamide have 10 artists. I left Olamide. The plug that Olamide have, that I've been working with Olamide is 10 artists. For each artist, I'm making 200,000 naira. I'm just using that Nigerian number right now. Now, me, I'm alone. I left Olamide, right? And I went to that same plug and I said, bro, work with me now. And I already know that once I work with you, you left Olamide. I don't care the agreement. I'm about to affect my own conflict of interest with 10 artists with one. Now, this is where I'm going now. You must understand. When I said work of art, the work of art will play, and I'm about to use the second person. We don't know the full story because till date, Wizkid have done one thing people don't even know that they don't respect about him. He still didn't tell you what happened between he and me and whatever like that. He didn't go deep.
Right.
But we have a story saying he left with empty nothing. That is somebody believing in himself. If you are the person working with that record label and you knew about the story, wouldn't you work with Wizkid? You get my point? So you've proved the work of art. Like, if you can do this, I go work with you. Because now I see the prospect in you, not in that record label anymore. That's what I'm saying. Like, most people are about the fame. So when they are leaving, some people even start demanding after 3 months into that company. Like, Baba, give me this now. I'm not saying record label are treating them well in Nigeria.
I want you when you brought up Wizkid, I want you to understand something too.
Yeah.
He went back to London.
But bro,
no be Nigeria.
Bro,
you understand what I'm saying?
Wizkid started from nothing though.
I'm not.
It's the only definition we can use.
No, I'm just letting you know that those situations that's why it's few. Because
they understand the work of art. Now, don't forget that we're going back to the work of art. It's not about I don't care what happened within that journey of their life. The focus is work of art. Burna Boy have went through a lot of things too.
Right.
Davido have went through a lot of things.
Right.
Olamide have went through a lot of things. What only these people have kept in their eyes every time they move is their work of art. I want to achieve this thing. I'm not after the fame. I'm not after this. I want to achieve this. So every time they find the fall, they find a loophole to find whatever they want to sacrifice to get where they want.
Okay.
We heard Wizkid said he paid two times for one video shoot. There's a reason why he's doing that. If you don't have that work of art mentality in you, well, you want to be your name like this. Wizkid is still a young man, but they already respect him like he's grown up. So the work of art works with that guy anywhere he goes to. You just respect him. Now, you don't have to like him because you're not in his head to know what he's doing. We can talk about him now. So going back to our topic is the fact of saying a lot of artists in Nigeria that are coming up should ask themselves that question. Am I doing it for the fame or for the work of art?
Am I doing it's my passion.
So if you're doing it for the fame, once you get to the fame, start thinking of what you want to do so you don't lose it.
Right.
You could build your business and stay in that level. It's fine.
And
so you will start making your money. You won't compete with. There are some names in Nigeria that artists that they are doing fine in Nigeria. They don't care. It's not like that's where they want to. Their work of art wants to be. They just want to be able to have a history in Nigeria. They don't care about South Africa. They don't care about outside Nigeria. And some want to take it to the world. Timaya is a big name that we felt we put aside, but Timaya is doing fine.
No, he's doing
in
great.
his level.
You see, like Duncan Mighty, that one doesn't he does. He's okay for his music to stay in Port
Harcourt. Stay in Port Harcourt. So those are work of art.
Yeah,
so don't
and he's okay with it.
And I'm saying that to say, like, I'm not disrespecting those names.
No, of course.
Everybody even you right now. We can talk of those names that they are doing their work of art.
Right.
But we have a lot of young artists that come up within 3 months and you think you blow and you want to say anything you like online. Go after you. I'm not saying all record label whatever in Nigeria are good. But do your own work of art. Leave them. Kiss Daniel was doing his job. Everybody found out what happened between him and record label. Now their partnership. Do you see how that works?
Right.
Yet a lot of people hate, the record label. They're like that. But now the partner is Kiss Daniel realized something about his work of art. Like, okay, you know what? I might be missing something. Let me go back to my old ways and fix it. He knew. Because that's somebody that understands the work of art, not the fame. Because if he's thinking of the fame, he won't go back to where people have said a lot of things about them. Like, why would you pay him 30,000 naira? Like, it's not good. But it's business because he understands now. So for you that might be watching, this is CTD Among Blacks. You can follow us on Instagram. It's CTD Among Blacks. You can check our website. Now we have a lot of, we blog. And if you feel like you have anything you want to talk to the world that you don't have the platform, you could definitely reach out to us on ctd@africanroot.com. Send us an email and we'll definitely reach out back to you. If you want to the scale of what we're looking for, we'll definitely put you on in our blog. And if you have any interviews that you would like to share to the world about anything, you can always reach out to us on ctd@africanroot.com. And our website is right there too. Anything you feel like you want to do. And for you that might be watching us, you can follow us on TikTok. We're on Twitter, on Instagram, and on YouTube. And I know we might have said a lot of things that might sound rubbish to you. We're just trying to express our own feel. And from our own particular theme, we're just trying to connect the dots. You don't have to believe us. You don't have to agree with us. But go ahead and express your own truth into it. We're just a couple of Nigerians here in America and trying to, reach back to everybody in terms of how we see things and how we can expand better than how things have been going. And the only man I have with me that's, doing everything is Big Vig. And back into the main particular topic which you're talking about today is, the passion for fame of a work of art in Nigerian music industry. Do you think, even you watching us right now, who are those artists that you think they're just after the fame? They are not doing the work of art. And who are those artists that they are doing it for the work of art? They haven't been known. You might be the one that will bring them out because you believe in their work of art. You feel like they want to be right there. So that's what we're saying, not just to run our mouth on a level where you can't trigger somebody out there and say, I believe in you. And you might even be the person that will push them out, share that song. Ashake got to Olamide because somebody connect them, because somebody believe in the work of art. And I saw one video which I think I sent it to you about saying 2019 he was a road manager for Brother Shaggy.
Right. 2024
Ashake is somebody where Brother Shaggy might have to feel from. I'm not saying he's definitely going to feel from together.
Right.
So you see how the work of art, and that doesn't mean Brother Shaggy is doing bad. He's doing his own work of art. But everybody have different level of how they want to expand. So my next question I want to ask you before we round everything up is, what would, in your own world of field, being in America, what is that thing you think some musicians are missing when they have the fame? Let's just agree everybody have the work of art. Now you're famous. What is that thing you think they always miss that makes them where they become a one-hit wonder?
I'll say there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things. I don't think it's just one thing. And of course, each individual, goes through a different path in life. So you can't really,
put a hand to it.
Exactly. But there's a couple of things that I just think is just knowledge based, right? Mm-hmm. Some artists they don't like to adapt, or they don't like to, what's the word? Reinvent themselves, right? They so comfortable in being themselves.
The way they are.
The way they are, right? They don't understand that time is changing. You understand? It's a good. There's a lot of things that's changing. You just gotta adapt. You gotta change with it, and that's just part of life. Regardless of your specialty, regardless of what you do, you understand? Time changes. You gotta change with time. Some artists are just so fixated in staying in one position and thinking, this way they be, and I say go be, I go blue, but I go like this. I swear, I swear I go day. You understand? That's one thing. Another thing also you gotta understand is like there's always knowledge gain. Some artists doesn't want, they know they go look for weird and feel like say, are they too talented? I feel enter studio, I go sing that hit song. Where some other artists know they're talented, but they need writers. You understand? They need writers in their side. They need the best engineer. They don't mind to spend money for that best engineer. Where they go fly that best, even at their last pocket, I want to fly that best engineer in Paris to come engineer this song for me. You understand what I'm saying? Some artists don't mind going that extra mile, you understand, to get the best in their artistry. Why others we don't blow away pride, don't therefore say, no worry, we go run on my dad. Now me now, not be maybe the biggest, now me guys hear that hit song. I go run on. So that's another problem we have. Right? You understand? Also, I feel like if you don't have just your talent alone, just your talent alone cannot even take you. You understand? So it just can't take you. Can't take you too far. You understand? Like so knowledge in everything you do, always trying to grow. See from other people, wait here and they make their mistake. So you will, even though you did the top of your game, but you still seek knowledge to get better. You still go extra mile to do other things to make you different.
All right, so thank you very much. I think I'm just going to say this in my own way. I'm going to add to what you said. And the only thing I think I've learned in my own word of what I'm doing is consistency. That's number one. Okay. I don't care what you're doing. And this is a trick about every musician. We're only focusing on the music industry. And what I want to say is this. If you're making 10 songs in a year that make you blue, please don't reduce it to 8. Don't think you've made it. Because there's something with your fans that they already know is 10. So in my own world, and I'll use this person as an example. Shizzi Vibes giving us like 3 albums in a year. Please, 2024, just make 4 or 3.
Make one for me, I beg.
Nah, for me, I'm giving you my own word because this is the thing. And if you're making one, make that one.
That's my point. Yeah, that's my point.
To give us the 3 job of 3 albums in one. That within 1 year, your album will still be on a repeat.
Time. Exactly, we'll test the time. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like you could still have one classic. Than having,
All right, so, it's been nice you join us on this particular episode. It's been wonderful. We triggered so many questions. I know you might feel like you might hate me for this. You might ask me, who the fuck is this guy? I'm just me. I'm Oyebanji Akins. I'm the mix of US and Nigeria. And like I always tell everybody before we wrap everything up, which I'm going to give it to Victor, is, everything you're doing now doesn't have to make sense. Are you doing it for the work of art or are you doing it for the fame? Ask yourself that question. That will take you far quick. If you're doing it for the work of art, keep doing it. If you're doing it for the fame, keep up to it. But remember, at the end of the day, when you get to that pedestal of where you want, everybody will get to know you and they will believe in your dreams. Thank you. Until next episode, I'm wrapping it for Vig.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much and keep subscribing. All right. So just keep subscribing. Let our numbers grow, bro. We really appreciate y'all for watching and keep watching us. Until next time, we'll say peace, love as we continue to connect the dot. Peace out.
Peace out.